Hi Joan, hi Rachel, Lewis, Terry, Kat, good evening to all. Joan, Steve Parsons, how we all doing? Hope we're all enjoying this weather at last. We have a bit of heat. Hi Paul, hi Liz, hi Leela. We're finally getting a bit of sunshine, which makes a pleasant change for the UK. So something to look forward to. It's going to be a very warm Sunday apparently. Hi Dean, Jabba, David, Julie, good evening to you all. Hi Andy, how you doing? Hi Gerd. So yes, Sunday, they reckon 23 degrees, which is probably going to make it one of the hottest days of the year, so it should be fun. So plenty of sunburn while we're standing by the side of the water. Hi Martin, how you doing? So I am heading north this weekend, which makes change because last week I went south, so I'm going complete opposite ends. But yeah, we're heading north on Sunday. We're going to meet up with a few people, and we're going to do a new area, an area that I haven't done before. So, well, I've done the area, but I've never done this particular spot before. Now, this thing behind me didn't line up properly. It's actually saying on May the 7th this year, I did my 900th upload. And the worrying thing is that a lot of you on here have probably watched all 900 uploads, but thank you very much for your continued support. I mean, 900 videos, that's a lot of videos, that's a lot of editing, and that's a lot of time spent doing it. But, yeah, 900 uploads this week. God, amazing, amazing. You busy now? I am busy actually. I'm going to definitely be keeping it a bit short tonight because I really need to finish tomorrow's video because it's been a wicked week. It's been hard work. I've been out today as well, and I'm so far behind that I have got to finish tomorrow night's video. Otherwise, you're not going to get one. So it's not far off, but I do need to probably do another 3 hours on it. So I'm going to keep it a bit shorter tonight, just so I can get tomorrow night's video done. But thank you all for joining anyway. Right, let's have a look who I've missed. Who have I missed? Yeah, beautiful weather. Yeah, it makes a change. Hi, Callum. Look. Happy anniversary, Andy and Claire, as well. I saw your name and it reminded me. I'm trying to keep up with these comments. So, all wish Andy and Claire from Kingfisher Magnetes a happy anniversary, everyone. Right, I'm going to get through these comments. A lot of gigabyte. I have got, what do I work out at? 47 terabytes of raw footage now. I've got some serious amounts of raw footage. You know, if ever I have a time where I can't go out, then for bloopers wise, I've probably got enough for the next 6 weeks because I've got raw footage going back to the days when Dan and Shirley were with me. So yeah, I've got a lot of raw footage. I've even got it raw footage before Shirley joined us, so yeah, I've got a lot, hell of a lot of footage, so you never know. Hi Devoter, glad you liked your parcel. 900 video, I know, it's scary, isn't it? 900 videos. Hi Kathy, how you doing? Hi Dave. I see Lee beat you to America. You're welcome, Andy. I am reading the comments, but I am scrolling through them pretty quick. Roger and Lindsay, not on, working on the camper van. Oh, that's good to hear, Andy. That's good to hear. Private joke. I'm sure we have watched them all. That's when you actually think about it. I looked at a video earlier, and it's had like 280,000 views. And when it actually gives you all the analytics for it, it shows me that that has had 47,800 hours of watch time on that one video. Absolutely shocking to think that, you know, that many hours have been spent actually sitting watching me. You lot need to get out more, especially on a Friday night. I see you didn't get lost, Jabba, last night. You managed to get there on time, because we know what you're like when you've had a bit of a bevy. You have a habit of getting on the wrong trains. You did well. Evening, Cheryl. Hi, Tim. Hi Raymond, stickers are packed, good on you. Make sure you get them, put one on an American please, can't send me a picture, I haven't done that yet. Bit of a drive just to put a sticker on. Heat is too much. The heat is not too much. The heat is beautiful. When you're somebody that works outside all the time, you long for days like this, to be honest with you. And on Sunday, I think it's definitely going to be short sleeve time. I think it's finally time for the short sleeves. 101, good evening. How can you keep up with all the terror bits when you upload videos? Well, I don't know. It's only like recently. It's only like I'm thinking about the last 9 months that everything's gone 4K. When we film on a Sunday, 4K video, we probably do, I think we're about 380 gigabytes a week in 4K. We do some massive amounts of footage, but the quality is so much better. It's unbelievable. Good evening, George. How are you doing? So yeah, some serious amount of footage, all sorts of things on there, and I plugged in one of the hard drives, one of the old ones the other day, just to see how far back it went, and I was shocked how things have changed, things have progressed over the 5 years now, gone past 5 years, flipping out. You've been out, I don't blame you. Who wants to stay in weather like this? I can't get to the end of the comments. I keep trying, but you all keep talking. Have you been to Hatton Locks? Oh, that's not for me. I've heard of it. I don't know. To be honest with you, people say, have you been such a... I wouldn't even remember. I've been to that many places. Because if you think about it, going out once a week for 5 years, I mean, was it 52? Maybe I had a couple of weeks off. I've been to over 250 locations now. So, yeah, it's hard to remember where I have been. I did get up at 1 a.m, woke up at 10 a.m, arrived 2 hours late for work. Well, you shouldn't play on a school night then, should you? Typical style of jabber. Let's have a look. You think you're one that's seen them all? That's a lot of your lifetime that's been taken up watching videos. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, everyone. It's concerning because when I look at it the way when I actually look at a lot of these have been lives, to be honest with you, so it's as it comes. But when I actually look at it, it's like 376 edited videos. When I actually think about it, I don't want to think how many hours I've spent doing that since changing to a much faster computer with a bigger hard drive. My God, things have speeded up, like seriously speeded up. The editing software's got better. There's so many new features on there that make it easier, which is really good. I mean, it's not cheap, but I have to look at it the way that I don't have the time for slow editing. It's got to be quick because I just don't have the time to do it. So, what have we got here? Here's a question. Would you magnet fish in a World War II battlefield? I would. I'll fish anywhere. I'm not fussy. If there's water there, I'm going to give it a go. That's what I'm like. Dropped the radio out my right foot Wednesday night. A&E, nothing broken. Cat, you want to be more careful. Don't drop radiators on there. And why are you playing with radiators? It's been warm all week. I have watched many 3 or 4 times. Flipping that good. Yeah, that's a lot of viewing. Hi, Alistair, how are you doing? Car's looking good, mate. Do like that colour. I must admit, I do like that colour. In all fairness, I like those cars as well, to be honest, because they were an easy one to work on, unlike this really modern day rubbish. Here he is. Rocky did fish. We was greeted with the presence of the long lost Rocky. He came out on Sunday. Thank you for filling the trailer up and taking all the scrap away, but it was nice to see Rocky out again. It's been a while. It really has, Dave, but no, we had fun, and he actually went back with a full trailer of scrap, so bonus. I built a rapid PC. Rinse your mouth up. You ain't going to get me away from Mac now, I'm afraid. Really not going to get me away from Mac. I don't want to mention how much I actually paid for a MacBook, but I did go for the 16-inch screen one. I went for a massive hard drive. I went some serious onboard memory, and using that one compared to my old MacBook, which was fast, it is unbelievably quick. I do wish I'd gone for the slightly faster processor, but that was about another 600 quid. So, no, I'm happy with it. It does what I need it to, and the battery life on it's fantastic. So, there we go. Let's get back to Karen. Hi Laura, how are you doing? One man, one magnet. Good evening to you. I know Rocky does fish. You're welcome, Alistair. It was nice to see him out, and he got something quite interesting as well. Not 100% sure on what it is, but I'm sure we'll find out. But it was good. Let's have a look. Janine, how are you doing? Sorry, pause then. Pause. Boy, the missus is doing much better now, so you'll see more of me, unfortunately. If we have to. No, it was just good to get you out again. I could see how much you missed it and how much you was enjoying it, and that's the thing, isn't it? Like the video, as you saw, that came out Wednesday now, I didn't expect the video to do very well because Jeremy Vine's one of those people, you either like him or you don't like him, and quite a few people have actually put comments saying I'm not going to watch it because he's in it. Now 55 grand and I'll build you the best one on the market. Yeah, last year. But the trouble is, it's got to be in a laptop because when I'm between jobs I have to grab half an hour editing and things like that. Don't really want to be sitting in my van with a PC. But yes, so it's not everybody's cup of tea, I must admit. Now, we found him to be absolutely fine. We had a great time. No problems at all. The enthusiasm of it, but it's just something a little bit different. We was magnet fishing, but it just shows you that a complete newbie that's never done it before, that spoke about it, they actually really enjoyed it. And all these people on here that magnet fish will be the same. They understand once they've done it. Hi Stuart, hi Claire. And that just shows that there is still new people trying it, and once they've tried it, unfortunately they do get slightly hooked by it. But weird hobby, good people, good laugh, and that's all that matters, isn't it? You know, the fact that we're all coming together to do one cause. Yes, we all want to find treasure, we want to find things, but it doesn't matter because we are clearing these waterways out one throw at a time. If you imagine how many tons you think has come out over the last 7 years, I mean, me as a group must have done 150, 200 tons. It's shocking to think that. And it amazes me because we still get all these floods, you know, for the amount of stuff that comes out every week. If you think about it, around the country, there must be a minimum 5 tons comes out a week. The water level should be dropping, but they don't seem to be. I looked at a place the other day because I joined their local group because we'd found something we was trying to get back to the owner. And you've got this beautiful sunshine weather, and they're all complaining because somebody's opened some sluice gates further up the river and flooded the place. So you get beautiful weather and they're flooded. So it just shows you that water does get stored up and it does get let out, sometimes a little bit too quick in my opinion. It really should be more controlled, but you know, that's what they do. Oh, let's have a look. That sort of advertising will cost thousands, so it doesn't matter if it's liked by all. Exactly. You know, it's everyone's got their own opinion. You see, people come in here because they don't like me, because they want to come and put a thumbs down, which is great because I love interactivity. So you're going to get that. You're going to get people do that. You've got people, you know, they may not like me, but they have to come on and watch because they want to know what I'm talking about, and that's brilliant. That is free advertising. If they drop a thumbs down when they come, that's even better. You know, interaction, whether it's good or bad, is good. Is interaction, and that's all I'm bothered about. So you carry on. You just fill your boots. I want to fish with Gerd. I've seen Gerd. I didn't fish with her. She was floating around all over the place, meeting different people. I think she was a little bit starstruck by all accounts. How are you doing, Annie B? I wish I could fish, but 2 knees replaced and hip 2. I just can't do the fishing like that. You could still do it from a chair. There is plenty that do. Just don't go for integrity. Go for a small magnet. or even just go and join people and watch. Because even, like I say, it's not always about you getting the best finds. Sometimes it's just being there with a group of people and watching the finds come out. It makes it really good. Heavy Metal Detecting Passion, good evening to you as well. I think we're trying, Joan. We really are trying. So there we go, thumbs down. Thanks, interaction. Love it, love it. Took your time tonight. We're 17 minutes in and you've only just done it. My haters, they must be sleeping. You know, that's what you do when you sit around being a bum all day. You see, you sleep a lot. So they do, Andy. I think as quick as we're pulling it out somewhere, someone's putting it back in again. Terrible, really. Blame Thames Water. They know Magnafish. They put more waste in. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. Really, it's because we fish right outside Thames Waters. I think it's probably one of their big offices, and we pull tons out of there. And that is really bad. The thought that in the area, literally outside this massive office, and there's drone footage of it. It's the round building. It's a weird building. And tons have come out of that area. It just makes you laugh, to be honest with you, that places where Canal River Trust buildings are, we've pulled loads of stuff out of there as well. Now, you'd at least think these people, if they're taking control of the waterways, would actually keep their area clear, because if nothing else, it makes them look good. No, they don't care, you know, because they're too busy dredging somewhere else. There was a case of that a few years ago. The Canal River Trust had put a post up about the fact that they were going to be dredging in Leicester. The dredge boat turned up on the Monday morning. It parked at the side of the water. It didn't move for 2 weeks. It parked there for 2 weeks. Then on their website they said what an amazing job had been done in Leicester dredging the waterways. Advertising slightly misleading there from the Canal River Trust, because they didn't do it. The boat didn't move. So yeah, we all know and think what we think of these people that say they do things when they clearly don't. Thanks to 2i for a walker. Oh, okay, fair enough. Can't stand you. That's good, but you're here, aren't you? That's the thing. Thunderstorms all night, rain on Sunday up here in Wales. Well, it's lucky I'm not going to Wales then, because I want some nice hot sunshine. Got to try and keep up with you lot now. I don't even know, man, but enjoyed his child enthusiasm, happen up and to be right along. There we go, yeah. Make your own opinions. That's what I've always done in life. I don't take other people's word for things. I make my own opinions. And some people I've been told to avoid have actually become really good friends. So, you know, we're all entitled to our own opinions. We can all make our own minds up. Just because 2 people clash, it doesn't mean that person's bad. It just means you two are probably a bit too alike to get, and that's why you clash. So Gerd was flirting with everybody. You got to watch Gerd, you know, when she's on the loose. Dear oh dear. See, loads of people don't like me. I love your honesty. I really like your honesty, but you know, some of the best people in the world are hated. So if you put me in some sort of category of being sort of a normal person in the world, not the best, I'm never going to go that high, but if you put me down as being someone you normally hate me, then I must be doing something right. Really must. Need to get Jabber on alive. The problem is, Ben, I can't get Jabber on alive unless he's on call, because then he might be safe, because he's terrible as Jabber. Might try that. Definitely when he's on call though. What do you reckon, Jabber? When you're on call, get you on air, because I know you'll behave yourself then. Build his confidence. Oh dear. DJ B-Dub. That looks very much like Splosh, that does. I don't sleep a lot. I just had my dinner early and nodded off. Fair enough. We call that spot the scrapyard. Yep, there we go. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Well, you invited us there, and the amount of stuff that's come out of it's ridiculous. Later, DJ. That was a quick flit on and off, that was. No, you got to remember, Dave, it's a charity. You see, it's a charity organisation. Hi, Barry, how you doing? You're out at the moment. No worries, we're going to have to meet up soon. I'm looking into that place you said about, because I think it's about time we broke you for the 3rd time this year. So if you're out, I hope you're having a great evening. If I've missed anyone, I apologise. Hi Hertz. Oh no, it doesn't say we've got the rental people on it. I've got to bloody fly now. Hi Trevor. I'm going to get down these comments. You have loads of haters, do you? If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. Just trying to get down the comments. He's shy, that's why he don't come on. No, that's one thing I'm not going to believe you on there, Rocky. Definitely not going to believe you on that one. I think he's very outspoken, especially when he's arguing with you. Richard Ferris, good evening. I'll do it after. Message me, Dave, and when I see the message after it, I will send it over to you. Are you out or in? So yes, so we are heading north. We are heading up there. We're going to be meeting some others. A lot of you know who these people are. I won't say, you'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to, I believe it's the river. I hope it's a river. Please, I hope you haven't put me on a canal. I'm pretty sure it's a river, but I've never done that section of it. I've moved around. That fly's starting to do my head in now. It's not breaking me a complete exercise course, but definitely, yeah. It's an area of a river that I've done that has been really, really good to me, to be honest with you. So to do a different part of it, because there's so much around there, and that's why I really want to give it a go. And you'll see on the live who's there. You will definitely recognise that these people. That's all I'm going to say. They're probably not going to be happy for that. You will recognise these people, but it's going to be a lovely day. It's a good old drive, but you know, I've got to do it occasionally because when we meet up, everyone else drives all over the country to meet us. So I suppose I'm going to have to do it once, and I was supposed to drive last weekend, but unfortunately I hit a pothole and it burst my tyre. Now my car's one of those wonderful cars that don't have a spare wheel. Great. So about a mile from home, I hit a pothole, pinched the tyre, split the sidewall out of my new tyre, which was really annoying because it hasn't done more than 400 or 500 miles. So cars that don't have a spare wheel come with this lovely liquid, this liquid latex, and you're meant to spray that in your tyre and it fixes your leak. You put it in there and it squirts liquid latex out of the hole. It doesn't seal it. Absolute rubbish. So I was on the phone to Aaron, and he came up with a bit of a MacGyver moment, to be honest with you. In the door pocket of the car, I'd got one of the orange latex gloves that I wear under my normal gloves while fishing. So once I found the split in the tyre, I used my front door key to poke a bit of glove in the hole. You know what? On Tuesday, when I took the wheel off and took it to the garage to get a tyre on it, it was still pumped up. It looked quite funny with a bit of orange glove sticking out the hole, but it was a bit of a MacGyver moment. We fixed the leak. I managed to get there. I've just got to speak to the council now because I'm fed up of buying tyres, and that pothole has been there now probably about 9 months, and they've not highlighted it. When I put my bank card in it, it sort of disappeared. It was like putting 1p in a saucepan. It just disappeared. It's huge. Normally I can miss it all the time, but unfortunately a car was parked on the other side of the road. A car came along, went round it. I had to swerve to the left to avoid it, and I hit the bloody pothole. So unfortunately, yeah, I didn't get to drive. But yeah, potholes, terrible. And when I was reading on the internet how you go about claiming for them, what they actually said was that the council's paid out in 2022 £3.7 million in compensation claims about cars that have been damaged from potholes. The average repair of doing a pothole is £39. So if you work out how many £39 going to 3.7 million, why are our roads at such a flipping state? Is it because it's easier just to sit in an office and sign checks and give it away? But we all get affected by it because, you know, we're all paying council tax. We all end up suffering. But yeah, you think of it, just work it out. 3.7 million divide it by 39 and see how many potholes they could actually fill in from that compensation money. Sarah Wolves, oh, it's the Yam Yam. Good evening. You're on tomorrow night's video as well. You caused us trouble on that day. I remember now. Oh, let's have a look. I'll try and get down these guys. Evening, Stuart. If I have missed anyone, all I can do is apologise. I'm trying not to, but it's like a game. It's like a memory game. And as you get older, your memory ain't as good as it used to be. Trying to remember who you've said hello to and who you haven't. Are the roads bad there? Oh, are the roads bad there? Yes, the roads are really... Hang on a minute. I don't know whether you'll see it, but I've got a picture here. And I've got a reference. So you can just have a look at this it's lovely little pothole. Must be around here somewhere. So... it's not going to show very well. It's gone too bright. That's the lovely little pothole, but the problem is, oh, you can't really see the blooming light. There we go. You can just see the outline of my bank card in auto light. It gives you some idea of how big that hole is. Doesn't really show, but you can just see my bank card sitting there in this lovely little pothole. So yeah, the roads really are that bad around here. That's what it's like in the UK. Completely ignored, and they will just leave them until somebody has an accident. I mean, if a motorbiker hit that, he'd know it. Well, this is the thing, where does road tax go? Now, many years ago, they always used to say road tax is used to fund sorting the roads out. Okay, so it's done for sorting the roads out. So little old grandma, it's got a little 1.2 litre Fiesta. She pays £260 a year in road tax. Mr. Big Electric BMW X5, which weighs a lot more, doesn't pay road tax because it's electric. So now it's based on the emissions. So if it's based on the emissions and they don't pay it, that means all the people who have got no money are the ones that are having to pay to maintain the roads for the rich people with the electric cars and the low emission ones. Yeah, so road tax definitely does not pay for the roads. So how they come up with that thing called road tax, I don't know. And another thing that I read about recently is that you don't actually own your car. None of you on here own your car. You think you own it. Look at your V5. What does your V5 say? It says you are the registered keeper. You are actually the keeper of your vehicle. You don't actually own it. The certificate of manufacture is held by DVLA. So ultimately, they will always be the owner of your car. You will never own it. And I've been watching a lot on this, and I have been doing some reading on it. Now, there's a form called a V888, which you have to do. You can't do it online. You do have to fill it out. And that then gives you the rights for the certificate of build of your car, so you can legally own it. Because at the moment, your V5 says the registered keeper. And also it says on the V5, just because you're the registered keeper doesn't mean you're the owner. No, they're spot on. You're not the owner. DVLA own your car unless you fill out one of them forms. A lot of people are doing it now because what they're saying is, because DVLA actually own the rights to your vehicle, they actually then can make you pay road tax. Now, the argument is between many lawyers at the moment, if you actually own your car, do you have to abide by their rules? So bear that in mind. Look up V888 on Google and see. It'll explain the fact that you don't own your car. You are just the keeper of the car. You're keeping it for DVLA. Amazing what goes on in this world. So much goes on that you don't know about. Sean Fraser, good evening to you as well. Your 5 minutes of fame. I had to do a lot of editing. That took us 22 minutes to get out, that did. 22 minutes. That's not a pothole, that's a picture of the Grand Canyon. You know the worst thing about it is, Dave? There's 2, 3 foot apart like that. Hi Donna, good evening to you as well. Yeah, I've got to get the alignment checked as well, but I've got the tyre on just so I can use it. The worst thing about that pothole is it's less than a quarter of a mile away from the council offices. Amazing, isn't it? Sometimes we get sinkholes, usually about a foot deep, don't happen often. Our roads are absolutely falling apart. And if you actually look at them as well, they're like patchwork quilts because they come out and repair them, and they literally just chuck something in there. It doesn't stay in there, it's temporary tarmac, they only do it to shut people up. And the other thing is with bank account, yeah, I agree with you there. Hi Corey. With oh, I've lost my train of thought now. It'll come back to me. Like I said, as you get older, your mind goes as well. Potholes. See, it come back. I'm just a bit slow. It's been a long week. If a pothole has a line sprayed around it, you cannot make a claim against the council. If they've highlighted the pothole, it's your responsibility to miss it, apparently. Amazing what you find out when you read about it. So a pothole with no line around it, if you actually get sustained damage to your car from that pothole, you can put a claim in against the council. Most of the time they'll try and throw it out, but you can do it. The minute they've painted a line around it, like highlighted it with some white paint or yellow paint, you can't get a penny. That thing could be 3 foot deep and you can't get a penny, because once it's highlighted, that's when you can't claim. So if you do have a bump, get some pictures quick, because the minute you report it, I'll guarantee you that they'll be down there spraying around it, because that's what they do. Northampton Council actually employed 2 people to actually go around and put spray lines around potholes. Rather than fix them, they drove around all day with a can of paint just spraying around holes to stop people claiming. And this is society we live in now. Modern slaves, yeah. If they are look into it. Honestly, I didn't believe it. I had to read it because it just didn't sound right. But then when you look at the V5, how it always says registered keeper. It doesn't say registered owner, it says registered keeper. And it also, I remember it saying on there that it's like, just because you're on there, it doesn't mean you legally own it. So if it's taxed, you'll never own it. Yeah. Well, everything's taxed, isn't it? Look, you get taxed on your wages. When you spend your wages, you get taxed on your purchases. When you leave it to somebody in your will, if you've got a lot of money, you get taxed on it again. So you're taxed on the money that you've already been taxed on. And even in banks, it gets taxed. You know, everything about it, which way you can, you're going to get taxed. Council officers do nothing anyway. We'll fix it. Yeah. There's an old boy who fixes them for free. Well, he's going to be flipping busy in the UK if he fixes them for free. I can tell you that, because around my way there's that many. My van, obviously, it carries a lot of weight. The wheel on that, it looks like a 50p piece. I can't straighten it many more times. I think it is going soft because I keep hitting it that hard on potholes because of the weight, that honestly, probably every couple of weeks I have to beat it with a hammer to make it round again. That's how bad they are around here. And I was going to put alloy wheels on, and I'll tell you what, I'm really glad I didn't now. I'm really glad I didn't. It's not when you buy a house you pay taxes. If you read about it, you own 5 centimetres of topsoil. You don't actually own a yard or the house. No, you don't own the land, because the land is owned by the state. You may own the house, but you don't own the land it sits on. We have some very strange rules in the UK. We have some very things, and unfortunately that's back to many years ago, where it was all about power, and these people, these monarchs and that, got into power because they robbed people. They were the rich, they were the elite, they charged taxes, and they only got rich off us. So now it's not really the monarchy that does it, it's the government that rob us, doesn't it? You see, it's sort of, they've made them the tax collectors, they've made them take the money off us, and believe me, they will take any way they can. Used to, the council made him stop. Why was he making them look bad? Like paying tax in the thrift store. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You see, some things, not everything is VAT-able in the UK. I mean, like heat and fuel and gas and that, I think that's taxed at 5%, where if you go and buy, say, a pair of shoes, it's 20%. But if you buy, I think it's books, I think they're VAT-free, and I think children's clothing is VAT-free as well, which is really strange. I don't know how long these laws go back or how stupid the person was at writing them, but either way, I see the Bank of England has kept their interest rate at 5.2%. So terrible news for anybody that wants to buy a house. Terrible news for anybody that's buying or selling anything regarding a house. 5.2% is a big amount, and that has hurt a lot of families. Because they're keeping the base rate like that. That won't get looked at for another 3 months. So I think we can all liaise that we've gone from like 0.5% to 5.2%. I mean, and that's why a lot of families are struggling now. A lot of people have lost their houses over it, because that is a massive increase. You put the interest up by 10 times, people can't afford it. You got to remember, a lot of people, when they took out mortgages, both people were working. They have children, cuts it down to one income, they can still afford it. You won't get a mortgage on the one wage, but people can still afford it. But now, unfortunately, with one person working and 10 times the amount of interest, it's unfair. And you look at all the other things that are going on in the country, and the millions of pounds we're sending abroad, and the millions of pounds a day we're spending on housing people, and there's people losing their houses because they can't afford it because of the interest rate. And that just shows you what a sorry state we've got. Really is. I'm not drunk, I'm just avoiding potholes here. Round here they all drive like that, whether they're drunk avoiding potholes or anything. But you own your property, yeah, we're not allowed to own anything in the UK. Yeah, you definitely got your head on your shoulders. Nigel, you on Saturday? Yes, I will be. That's why I will be leaving in a minute. I will be going to get tomorrow night's video all finished. Hope you enjoy. That was an unusual day. It started quite early for us, to be honest with you. I did have a good day, that one. Sunday we are at a location area I've been to before, but not that particular part, so that's a new stretch of water that I've never touched. So I'm looking forward to that. We are meeting up with a few people who you will know, but you can wait till Sunday to find that out. Tell Terry kids' clothing is tax free. Oh, being used on a new bridge, not the roads, potholes, people well. No, exactly. Money seems to get put where governments want to put money, not where it's needed, not helping people that actually need it. I was watching another one earlier. I'll just finish with this one, because it's all doom and gloom tonight. But anyway, there was an old folks' home. I forget where it was now. The councils and the government said they could no longer fund it. It wasn't cost effective, so they closed it. 30 residents all moved out because they couldn't afford to run it. It's now being run as a hotel, if you know what I mean. I won't say the words because I get enough hate already, but people that shouldn't be here are going to be put in this thing now, and it's paid for by the government. The government that said they could not afford to keep it open to house old people, but these young men, it's okay, they can afford to do it for that. So on that's typical double standards of the UK government. I'm not really a political person. I'm just sick to death of being pulled here, there and everywhere. Everything you earn they want to take a bit of. People on the streets, it's disgusting, it really is. You're welcome, Claire. So absolutely terrible. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now, because if I don't go now, I'll just keep waffling on for a bit and I won't get tomorrow night's video done. I've got to get it done tonight and get it uploaded, because it's an hour and a half to upload it in 4K. That's the other thing. But like I say, if you haven't watched Wednesday's video and you don't hate Jeremy Vine, then go and have a look at it. It was an interesting day just to see the enthusiasm of the guy, and the fact that you can see that someone actually assaulted me by throwing a can of Coke at me. Not the first time. Sure, it won't be the last time. Last time was a Budweiser bottle which just missed. Okay, you hit me with a Coke can, but should have gone a bit higher. It hurts more here than down there. So there we go. A complete chav with a bad aim. That's all I'll say. They take 50% when you die. Exactly. They take 50% while you're alive. But anyway, thank you all for joining. I will catch you tomorrow night on the premiere at 9 o'clock. If you can't make that, Sunday 4 PM, we will be live up north, and you'll get to see who we're with. But thank you all for joining. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do. Leave a thumbs up. We've only had 2 thumbs down tonight, so that's not bad going, so I can live with that. But thanks for your interaction, really appreciate it. And if you don't like me, tough. See you later, everyone. Take care and stay safe at the weekend, and make sure you get plenty of sun cream on, because it's going to be a hot one. Thanks for joining.